Came up with a complimentary emblem for the other side on the grille. Easy to come by. Little T joints things. Yeah. All the way from the UK. A new seat cover. Just need to get it fitted now. Don't know if that's something I want to tackle myself. I might give it a go. Arsenal away colours, at least when I used to support them. Back in 1970, bleh. They had some examples on eBay. I contacted them, really helpful, gave me all kinds of options and turned it around within a couple of weeks, honestly. Pretty good. I shall leave a link in the description to their store, if I remember. And some more stickers arrived, so I've got my my own invention sticker for the airbox, which is now complete. I shall leave a link in the description to their store, if I remember. However, it hasn't all been roses since the last time. Unfortunately, some fuel spillage on the tank meant that I've had to sand this down with some 1500 wet and dry, and we'll therefore have to polish it up. I bought some of this as well, which is pretty cool stuff. So that's frustrating. The other frustration is that although that new pipe seemed to resolve the fuel leak situation, it wouldn't start. The bike wouldn't start. And there's only two things that have changed since it did start. One being the fuel pipe, which is a slightly different inside diameter, but having consulted with various people whose opinion I value and trust, that's unlikely to be the issue because it's such a small difference. So of course the only other thing that changed was reconnecting the battery. We know how much I enjoyed that, and during that process it arced out against the frame a couple of times, so I've got to get some diagnostic stuff to see if I've melted a coil or something. I've checked all the fuses, they're fine. The bike turns on, it turns over, it's just not firing up. So it's either fuel not getting there or I'm not getting a spark. But apparently my buddy Kurt has a fantastic little device which will allow me to check the spark without the usual palaver. Apparently it's Chuck's. We'll see. So this is the kind of stuff that I love and I hate at the same time. I hate polishing stuff because it never kind of works out. But yeah, I'm thinking about a stripe because I've got some of this kicking around and I'm thinking about a stripe. It's the right colour. So I cut it out of this strip of carbony, fibre-y stuff, and this is lovely, beautiful shape. This, not so much, and I just don't think I can mirror it. It shouldn't be that difficult, right? But it is. So, thinking about painting it, which is a little bit harder to reverse if I don't like it. It's the only problem. I don't know. Here goes nothing. Never do anything by halves. Too late to go back now. And I'm mixing it up again. So some metallic, slightly darker blue on top of that light blue matte. Fading it. I can't wait to see if this has worked. And if it hasn't, it'll be a disaster. But I kind of like this. Threw in some of this just for a laugh. Not bad at all. Interestingly, that last paint which was an anodizer that I put on. Kind of really darkened that up, which is nice. And then we got this kind of leather effect down here because it's incompatible paint. But actually I kind of like that. So I'm going to live with that, honestly. And don't worry about this. I mean, it looks all right as it is, but I want that polish out. Yeah, I've got a tank pad coming, which will kind of cover this area. So that was the idea of that. We'll see. I like that. Happy accidents, sometimes. Now we're talking. I like that. And I like that. So having hit the mid-70s, it decided to drop 40 degrees and snow. And then it went away again just as quickly as it had come. I was pretty sure I didn't want to tackle this myself because there's lots of complex curves, because this is going underneath here and then it's coming out here like that. Yes, there's curves this way and there's curves that way, and yeah, complicated. But my upholstery guy is ludicrously busy, and I thought I'd give it a go myself. It's one of those things that I would suggest you leave to a professional. Having said that, it's coming on okay. I've been using this 3M Super 77 to get that to sit, and once this is pulled tight, I hope all those creases are going to go away. A few little snips in there. I've had limited experience with upholstery on the Bel Air. Did that with some Alcantara before it got covered in wolf dog hair. Did all these door panels, but of course, you know, they're flat. It's a flat piece of hardboard, so you're only dealing effectively in 2 dimensions, and the curves themselves are relatively easy. Did all this apart from the V's because of that curve there, right? And that's complicated. And that one there, because it's tight. And you can see even the professional, there's a little bit of a kink. So it can get complicated, but I thought I'd give it a go. I bought this, but it wasn't quite man enough for the job. Friend of mine had this, which looks, honestly, less manly, but did the job better. So, for your information, it's an arrow upside down, as opposed to a whatever the hell that says. What a horrible logo. Added some gold pinstriping just to finish that edge off nicely, I think. And added a little stripe down here. Don't ask me why, because I'm not going to tell you. There, that stripe there. Anyway, problem with this is, as you can see from this test piece, it has a protective coating, this thing here, which protects the nice shiny blue metallic finish. And it's a real bastard to get off. And as you can see here, it's ripped the blue off the metallic. So I hope that doesn't happen on the tank. Otherwise there'll be more of these dropping. Let's get some light on the subject, because this is a delicate operation. Oh, I've got to find that protective layer. Did I mention how good that light is? Thoroughly recommended. Snap-on LED. Result, that came off a lot easier. Managed to get hold of it with a scalpel. This particular scalpel, craft knife, whatever you want to call it. Same on the other side, came off nicely. What I don't have confidence in is the actual adhesive of the sticker itself. This is a sheet type thing. I cut this shape. It seemed to want to readily peel from the tank, so I'm expecting this not to last. And actually, honestly, I used this stuff on the race car a while back, and it fades horribly in the sunlight, but because it's on the underside of the tank, I'm hoping it won't do that. And the tank pad has arrived, which is rather nice. It's kind of subtle. Yeah. Finishing touch. Need to get rid of that little blue mark there, but otherwise we're good. Love it. Left the adhesive on the seat to dry for a couple of days actually, because I had the racing boys over last night, so didn't do any work, and that seems to have stuck down really nicely actually, so can do the other side tonight. There it is, stuck down. Leave that for a while just to settle in. Still haven't worked out where to put this, the air pressure sensor, or indeed the ignition keys, if I'm going to go with keys. I'm not going to do that whole unit, but there are little starter button module things that you can buy. I might get one of those. Not much else to report at this stage, honestly. So that's about it for now. Waiting on the spark tester, waiting on other things to get this beauty up and running again. So done some jeans while I'm waiting. So thanks for watching. Do subscribe and invite your friends to watch my lunacy.